I'm the only one who writes any music that the band will be playing. So it's certainly appropriate to think of me as the Lone Ranger. We don't call this William Tell, we call this William Toll. Time in our program that we always present our Tuba Feature. One of the things I always try to find out when I bring students into the band as tuba players is to find out what their academic record was. And I interviewed one of the students and I asked him, what is your academic background? He says, I was always the smartest one in my class. And I said, well, tell me about it. He said, well, when I was in the second grade, he said, I walked in, the teacher had put CAT on the blackboard. She says, what does that spell? He held it. I said, I held up my hand and I said, teacher, that's cat. And I was the only one who knew that. And I asked my daddy, why am I the smartest one in the class? And my daddy said, son, that's because you were born in Iowa. He said, and then he told me, he said, the next day I went into class, the teacher had 3 + 2 = question mark. He said, I went right up the blackboard and I put number 5 up there. And Teacher said, that's right, and I was the only one who knew it. And he said, I'm going to my dad and ask him, why am I the smartest kid in arithmetic? My daddy says, son, that's because you were born in Iowa. Next day, he told me, he said, I went into class and the teacher was struggling with a big box of books, trying to get it up on her desk. He said, she couldn't get it, none of the kids in the class. I just reached over and picked it up almost with one hand and put it up on the desk. And I was the only kid to do it. And I said, well, you were the strongest kid in the second grade. Is that right? He said, yeah. He says, well, I said, did your daddy say that's because you were born in Iowa? He said, no. He said it was because I was 18 years old. Asked one of those guys last night to check to see if my turn signals was working, and he said, yes, no, yes, no. Anyhow, this is a tune that they kind of wanted to do. It's an old Billy Joel tune. It's kind of like my relationship with these guys for the longest time. Warmed up a little bit when you come here. And we've done this almost every. This is a little tune that some people call it the hay song. It's really called rock and roll too. It's a tune where you jump up and holler, hey. Remember this one? Remember this one? Let's try it. Let her be. said you remembered. Is yours short-term or long-term memory loss? Up! And holler, hey. Hey! You'll do it, won't you? Try it again for this guy right here. What? Now we're going to add a little sway back and forth. And when you do that, you got to rock and roll too. Here we go.